Hey folks, high and low here. Here's a quick review of the Enlan EL12. EL12. Honestly, I wish they would start naming these knives with some kind of, I don't know, angry lion or something, just because it'd be easier than just the letters and numbers nomenclature. But this is sort of a newer one from Enlan. It's a neat knife. Get it open there. It's not small by any stretch of the imagination. It's a good sized knife, and it's interesting shape. It's got a nice titanium coating on the blade. You know, it's a typical fare from some of the Chinese knives. It's the 8CR13 MOV steel, which is, again, it's a serviceable steel. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not the best in the world, but it works for what it's supposed to do. Man, my camera's killing me today. Sorry about that. But it's got a very interesting grip on it. Very good grip on it. It's got an interesting blade shape. It's almost like they wanted to do a tanto blade, but then kind of chickened out. Sort of got this drop point, and then, I mean, that is, I mean, yes, it's tanto shaped, but I don't know. It's close. It's sort of an interesting blade shape. But the finish on the coating is really nice. It's nice and sharp, and it's got real nice thumb studs on there. It is not open pillar. It actually has a little coat or an insert in here. It doesn't feel like G10. It's some kind of plastic maybe, but it has some grips in there. There's no jimping on the blade. The blade is smooth on the top. There is some back here on the handle for some grip, and there is quite a bit of grip on the handles here. It's the regular G10 waffle pattern, but then they've got some cutouts in here. You can see that. Get it angled. The black on black is always a killer, but it's got some nice little cutouts in a pattern here that gives you some really good grip on it. It has a nice feature here, which Enlan is starting to do, which I think they realize people complain about. It has this proprietary pivot screw, this sort of weird triangular thing, but then it's also got a torque screw insert in the middle of it. So that looks like it's a T8, and then T6s on there, so that's kind of standard. That's a really nice thing if you want to be able to deal with your pivot screws and you don't want to buy that weird wooden dowel proprietary screw handle thing. Liner lock locks up nice and tight. No play at all. Well, maybe a fraction. It's hard to tell if that's just my hands wiggling or the blade itself. But no up and down, that's for sure. And got a pocket clip on here, which will stick up again. For some reason, Enlan seems to be making these pocket clips with quite a bit of the knife sticking up at the top there. So again, this is going to be sticking out of the top there. It actually has a, believe it or not, fully closed lanyard hole, which I like. I just think it keeps your lanyard from getting all barked up. So fully closed lanyard hole as part of that insert on here. So with this insert, it a little harder to clean, but really a rigid, solid feeling knife. When you pick it up, it just feels like a solid knife. Good blade centering on there. This is a nice knife. I got this for, I think, 12 bucks, 14 bucks. GearBest. It is a great knife. I'm very pleased with it. It feels solid. It feels well made. Locks up well. As a comparison, I'll bring out the standard Enlan EL04, which is sort of the one everybody's real familiar with the micarta handles on it. Give you guys a comparison of the size. It is longer by quite a bit. Blade is a little bit narrower, but quite a bit. You get a lot more blade than you do in the EL04. So it's narrower as well. You can see that. This is a nice new addition from Enlan. I mean, I have to hand it to Enlan. They're starting to make some really interesting and functional knives. This is definitely a good one. So if you get a chance to pick one up, you might want to try it. It's It's a good knife. Feels like it's going to last for quite a while. The other nice feature that it has, I forgot to show you. I'm hoping maybe I can get a shot in there or not. I can get a shot from the back end. You can see that hole right there where my thumb is. You can see the hole in the liner. It has holes actually milled out in the liner all the way through here to reduce weight. I can't get a shot. Oh, you can kind of see them. Because it's not open pillar, you get very little light in there, so you can kind of see back here the holes where my thumb is. There's a hole back there, but there are holes all along this liner on this side to reduce a little bit of weight. So I'm sure that they wanted to reduce a little bit of their metal costs too, but it does reduce weight on the knife. It's a pretty light knife. It's a good one. Definitely check this out if you get the chance. The Enlan EL12. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.